The Gavin, your bonus thing, your second wind that recovers, right? 'Cause you take a long rest.
So it comes back. Okay.
Yeah, and your goblin friend, is he just tied up like nearby?
Yeah, I make sure that he's near the fire so that he's not uncomfortable. I mean, as comfortable as you could be tied up.
He actually hates the fire. He would rather be in the dark. But yeah, I mean, he's paying attention.
Okay. Yeah. So Basalt comes to, and I'm just like, Mr. Rockseeker, I have some bad news.
What?
Our newfound friend, this pixie says that your cousin was taken and that his horse was slain. There was also a woman with him, I believe.
Woman?
Is that what you said, Adam?
It is indeed. Yep.
Okay. I turned to the goblin and I'm like, "Do you know this woman? Do you know the name?"
He shakes his head. All you people look the same to me.
Well, Goblin Man, tell me at least if this woman with him was dwarven.
I peek around the corner and I say, "Call him Daddy."
His
I will
name
do
is
no
Daddy.
such thing.
No.
Goblin Man, tell me, was the woman with him dwarven?
He says, no, I was a human.
Human.
Yeah, dressed up like a real warrior type with armor and stuff. A lot of good it did her.
Is she dead?
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen her in a while. Maybe she is now.
Okay. I frown.
So you know that your cousin does have a friend that fits that approximate description.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a
description anywhere.
Yeah, she's a knight. Her name is Sildar Hallwinter. She's the one that he set out to Phandalin with, which makes sense if they were both ambushed.
Okay, writing down notes.
Mm-hmm.
Set out to what town?
Phandalin, the place you guys were going. They were going to go on ahead because he was just too excited. He had to go get there, and you were going to follow up with supplies.
Okay.
But then they were attacked by goblins.
I turn to the rest of the party and say, well, I must go rescue my cousin. That must be done. However, these supplies need to be delivered too. And we cannot, take on a rescue mission while these supplies are still here. How far is it to Phandalin?
Not too long, like another day of traveling.
I look at Basalt and I'm like, Basalt, surely you want to find your family before delivering whatever it is we're delivering, no?
Most certainly, family comes first. Goblin creature. Which way would they have been taken?
Up your ass.
Interesting.
Daddy's very polite.
I would like to use my spell because I have new spells now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is this called here?
I'm going to assume that this interrogation is happening once you've all woken up the next morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know how to pronounce this. Thaumaturgy? Thaumaturgy. There we go. That's the one. I want to use thaumaturgy to make the ground start to shake for a minute.
Pronounce thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy?
Steve.
It's not thaumaturgy?
No. Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy?
I'm looking this up.
Yeah.
I remember playing Dark Age of Camelot and playing a theurgist. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, you got it. Theurge.
Okay.
Yep. Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Chirurgy. Anyway, what does thaumaturgy do?
It creates minor effects, like minor miracle effects, basically. So I can make the ground shake for a minute, or I can make my voice boom as if 3 times as loud.
So it's the priest equivalent of that other spell no one can pronounce, prestidigitation.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You mean prestidigitation?
Yeah, prestidigitation. No. So you want to create a sound?
No, I want to make the earth shake and rumble.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's an appropriate dwarven cleric type thing to do. And you're doing this to intimidate him?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Make
And
the ground shake and tremble, and I want to loom over him and say, "Where was my cousin taken, Goblin Man?"
You're not a conjurer of cheap tricks. Cool. All right. Go ahead and roll. I'll give you advantage because obviously you're much more impressive than you would otherwise be. Your minor wonder frightens him. So do your roll with advantage, and then I'll resist.
This is intimidation.
Yes.
20.
Ooh, nice. All right. Let's see if I can resist that with my minus
Beat that
one.
with your -1.
Yeah. If I get a 20. Oh.
Ooh.
No. All right. He starts to whimper and beg for mercy.
Mercy shall not be granted unless you tell me where my cousin was taken.
He
We
says,
know where the cousin is.
He
Why
says.
did you say that earlier?
Too late. He says.
Yeah,
he says.
I like lean over. I'm just like, the cousin is. Well, you're on a roll. You're on a roll. Let's just let him have it, Milo.
You got this.
So he says, well, I see the thing is we took the dwarf and the woman to Cragmaw hideout. It's a cave up in the hills. Your friend found the path already, but see, he might not be there because he was supposed to be taken to King Groll, and Groll's in Cragmaw Castle, but I've never been there. I don't know where it is. I swear, please, just don't have your god turn me into anything horrible like a sheep.
I was thinking a newt.
He kind of looks at you for a second and like sniffles through the tears. And he's like, "Yeah, I could do Newt. Yeah."
I peer over Basalt's shoulder and I say, I quite like sheep.
Now, Tea Leaf.
So you've got his fear. Gavin has his respect, his grudging respect. You can wring any other information that he has out of him, but he's pretty much wrung dry at this point.
Is it more likely that this guy's been taken to the castle or to the cave?
Based on what he's said, you get the impression the cave first, and then maybe the castle from there, depending on how long he's been there. But the woman, Sildar, if that's who it actually is, the knight, she was taken to the cave, and they hadn't done anything with her yet because the deal was only the king said, "Bring me the dwarf."
How well traveled is this road that we are on?
It's a trail, like a logging trail, so not great.
Would you expect to meet, if you were to walk from one end to the other, would you expect to meet someone along the way? Or would you expect to be able to go from point A to point B without ever encountering someone?
From where you guys are to Phandalin, like Neverwinter to the Tribor trail, lots of travelers take the high road. But once you turn off from there, maybe like you'd run into somebody every couple of days, and then the trail from Tribor to Phandalin that doesn't even have a name. You haven't gotten to that yet. No, nobody really comes and goes from there.
All right, well, party. We can't just abandon these supplies in the middle of the woods like this. Someone will come along and take them possibly. Although it's unlikely that we'll ever meet someone that we can just ask them to take the supplies for us and collect our reward. But I would very much like to go rescue my cousin and his companion, as the family prefers to call her.
I'm just kind of like scratching my chin, and I'm just like, well, Skydancer and the horse can go, or in the wagon can go wherever we wish. They'll be fine. I'm not too worried about taking them with us. Where is it that we need to go, Mr. Rockseeker? To this cave?
Didn't you say the Crag something hills?
Cragmaw hideout, where the goblins, their little goblin
that's
area.
The cave. We know that to be the cave.
That's the cave that's at the end of this path that he's shown you to. And then he said there's a possibility that the dwarf has been taken to Cragmaw Castle, which is where King Groll lives. And he doesn't know where that is. He's never been given the honor of visiting it.
Okay. We definitely can't take this to a castle. To a cave, we might be able to take it and leave it outside, but the path could be treacherous. We might break an axle, might break a wagon wheel. It might be impassable to a wagon. Goblin, can we take this cart all the way to your cave?
He looks like he's about to insult you and then remembers how scary you are. And he shakes his head. No, the path's only big enough for one, maybe two goblins side by side.
I simply sort of chime in and I say, the person we're supposed to be delivering these goods to is literally the person who has been stolen away. So I don't think it helps us to take these goods to town before we get the person.
The person you're delivering the goods to is there's like a it's not Gundren.
Oh, it's
You're
not
delivering them-
Gudrun.
Yeah, you're delivering them for Gundren. He
Oh.
he paid you to escort them. You're delivering them to their camp. Let me see.
Okay. Well, how about we
Yeah,
stash?
to Barthen's provisions.
How about we stash this wagon somewhere off the road? But between the three of us, we should be able to at least, get it off the road, maybe cover it with some branches, hide it somehow. We can take the horse with us to the cave and work from there.
Fantastic. I do believe we shall, instead of delivering these goods, go seek the glory from finding your cousin.
Glory, you must save his life.
And that will incur glory, will it not?
Your priorities, sir.
Of saving your cousin, yes.
You humans, with your short lifespans, you
I
place so
I-
little emphasis on the importance of life.
I sidle up over next to Daddy and I
You're
say,
like
"Hey, Daddy,
flies.
you guys got any money in that cave?"
He looks at you and he's like, "No, I spent it all on your whore mother."
Is that someone else in the cave? You goblins have such strange names.
He just like winks at you lasciviously.
I'm just like,
Uh,
Rockseeker, we shall... Let us go. We have wasted too much time this morning.
Yes, just one more thing, and I pull out my warhammer and walk over the goblin.
Okay.
No, don't
He-
hurt
he
him
looks
now.
up- He looks up. He's like, What are you gonna do with
He's
that?"
been more than accommodating. Please, sir.
Goblins have been a plague on my people since time immemorial. Additionally, this goblin here has participated in the capture and possible murder of my cousin and attempted to kill us.
So
We
he
can't
starts,
take him with us.
He starts to like twitch and he's trying to roll away and he's like, "Keep this crazy dwarf away from me, somebody!" And he looks over at Milo and he's like, "Save me, fatty!"
I say, "I'll be sure to say hi to your whore mother when I meet her."
I bash his skull.
All right, yeah, that's no problem. Unless Gavin, you'd like to leap in defense of
Well,
the
no,
goblin.
no.
It's-
Like when this happens, my mouth just drops, and it just like I let it happen, but my mouth is just agape
Yep.
as I stare at this this act.
Later, you all learn the goblin's real name was Randy.
Randy.
Exactly.
That explains why you're so interested in your mother.
All right, so you crush his head like a rotten egg, and he expires immediately upon the road.
I get back in the wagon and start to drive, and I'm just like, Basalt, you didn't have to do that. He was a good goblin.
He tried to murder us. He tried to murder my cousin.
I never saw this. He only tried to murder Milo, and I would murder Milo as well. Look at him.
Let's have
Were
this
any
conversation
creature-
along the trail.
Were any creature but a goblin or orc, I might have agreed with you and left them to, given them mercy.
But I'm a
Goblins and
racist, so
Is there any mercy whatsoever? My character sheet says I'm racist.
There you go.
I'm just playing my character, guys.
There you go.
Yep. The
Yeah, and I hurry
the
down the hill.
Nuremberg defense of gaming.
Yeah.
All right.
It's totally different. It's totally different.
Oh
No,
my
it's
god.
fine. If it says it on your sheet, it's not your fault because you didn't make the character. Okay, so and it's fantasy racism doesn't count. So you want to try and take the cart up that path? Like the path is really narrow. You
We
could
wanted to try
store.
to hide the cart, right?
Yeah, you could store the cart somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. I wanted to get the cart off the road and store it somewhere.
Sure. Okay, so who's going to be in charge of the cart hiding operation? It's going to be probably a stealth roll.
Well, if it's a sort of thing where you're hiding something, I feel like I have some applicable skill sets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I go scouting through the brushes and
Okay.
find a good cart-sized space.
So if someone is helping you, because I think someone with like survival might be able to help. So if someone is helping, do you get advantage just straight up?
I guess. I mean, like the helping action in combat gives you advantage. So
So I assume same deal with that. Okay. So yeah, Gavin, if you wanted to help find a good spot and camouflage it with your survival skill, you could do that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So Gavin, you don't have to roll. Milo, go ahead and roll stealth,
okay.
and with your advantage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
25.
yeah.
It disappears. It's like Wonder Woman's invisible plane, just cloaking field engaged.
Yep.
What are you gonna do with the horse?
I like drop one leaf on the cart and then poof. The horse. We should bring the horse with us.
Yes, I believe Skydancer.
Like if two goblins side by side can fit up a trail, surely one horse can fit up a trail.
Exactly.
We might have to lead it, but yeah.
And
Sure,
he'll be
yeah.
fine if we tie him up outside. He won't tar.
Yeah, I mean, as long as
Carry.
you're not in there long enough for him to die of thirst, yeah, you'll probably be okay.
Absolutely. All right, so that's what we do.
This would be the point at which a lesser group would go and Google how long does it take a horse to die of thirst. I appreciate it. We can just move on from that. Okay. All right. So you set out with your horse behind you. Who's in the front?
I
this little
without a
mixer?
doubt sit in the front. I lead the party.
Okay. All right. And you guys are just heading down the trail. It kind of like winds through the bushes, and yeah, if you weren't looking for it or didn't know that it was there, it would be hard in places to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just gonna barrel through.
Yep.
Okay. What
Is there any way to be stealthy as we move up this trail?
if you're trying to be stealthy? Everyone has to do it. And I know how it is for an opposed stealth roll, but group rolls, basically you all roll, and it's like if half of you succeed, then it works, but it's kind of an opposed group. You all have to go real slow, and you have to convince the horse to be stealthy too. If you want to scout ahead, if you want to be like, guys,
Yeah.
hang out here, I'm going to go on ahead.
I'm thinking that's what I gotta do. I gotta scout ahead,
Okay.
and just
Everybody
ask
also-
them to hang back a ways.
Everybody else okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please remember the bird call if things go awry. That's the one. Please do not wear out the bird call. You will give it away.
There's suddenly like a whole flock of whippoorwills that kind
Yeah.
of sound like loons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Milo, why don't you roll your stealth for me?
All right.
Yeah,
15.
not bad at all. Okay. So you're are you walking down the trail? The stealth is just you're being quiet, or are you like
I think I'd like
side?
to be a little bit off the trail, like slightly in the brush to one side.
And in terms of time, how far ahead would you like to get before you call the safety signal?
I mean, we heard that there was like an hour down this trail, so I guess we'd like tramp up it about a half an hour, and then I'd say, look, I'm gonna scout ahead
Okay.
the way down.
So let's rewind before that happens. When Gavin is still in the front, Gavin, what's your passive perception?
Passive wisdom perception, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it should just say passive
Yeah,
perception.
13.
Okay, so just barely before you stumble into it, you stop, and you notice there is a crude snare trap laid ahead of you in the path. It's covered by leaves and sticks. You just about stepped in it, but you managed to stop in time.
I bump into his calf and I say, hey, what are you doing? Come on.
Into my calf?
Yeah. Chest height or so.
I thought you were scouting. I'm confused.
Walk into his butt. No, this is
Yeah.
before. He said he wanted to wait up until about a half an hour before he went scouting, and 10 minutes up the trail, so we've rewound slightly.
Oh, okay. And he just runs into me?
But he just
Yep,
walks in your back
bump
because
into
you
that.
stop. Yeah.
Okay. I turn around just like, Milo, what? Is everything okay?
Yeah, why'd you stop? Come on, let's go. We gotta get up there.
Did I saw something? Is that
I just
what's
walk
happening?
around him.
You saw a snare trap set. Okay, so Milo has started to walk around you. He's gonna walk right into it if you don't stop him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just like, wait, Milo, please. I'm so sorry. I was caught off guard. There is a trap, and you are Milo. Stop.
I stop.
What's your passive perception?
10.
Okay, yeah, you don't see no trap.
I stop anyway. I say, a trap.
Yes, right there, and I like get down on the ground and point as close as I can to it without setting it off.
Okay, yeah, I think after a few minutes of pointing, it'd be like, no, there, right to the left of that
Yeah.
thing.
Can that leaf?
Then he figures it out.
It's
Yeah,
like
so
Twitch
just-
chat trying to point out something in an FPS where you're just constantly spinning.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so you see this crude rope net laid under the thing, and it's been above you. There's a branch that's bent over that's holding the rope. So if you step on it, it'll yank you up.
I'm like, Milo,
I wonder if there's.
can you disarm this?
Well, let me look in my pack, and I go hopping up into the back of the cart, and I like open my pack and
Yeah,
dig
you
out.
left the
What-
cart behind. Your
What
pack
sort
you
of
left
trap
Oh
is
crap!
this?
I guess I would
It's a
carry my
snare
pack
trap.
with me.
the snare trap.
I wouldn't leave my pack with the cart, knowing
Yeah.
that I'm going into a cave.
I get
so
a
I, like
stick and poke the trap with it.
Okay.
I pull out some
It's-
pitons, 50 feet of rope, a couple
So
flasks
while,
of oil.
while Milo is digging through his bag, yeah, you're just like stick, boing, trap springs.
As soon
the
as he
net.
pulls it, I like dive on Basalt to like guard him and be
You
like,
pull
Basalt,
it.
no! And just jump at him.
Right, because you feel like responsible for his life.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's around here somewhere.
So Milo, you hear the snap. You guys see the trap go off, and now the path is clear. There's a big rope hanging from the.
Okay. I like stand up and dust myself, and I'm like, are you okay, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Huh. You gave me cause for worry there. Be careful next time.
I was careful. Look, everything was fine.
You
didn't
could have
just
been
jump on-
killed. You could have been killed, but thankfully you were not. Let us continue. Then we just walk forward.
Okay,
Good
cool.
job, Gavin. And I like slap him on the haunch.
Like,
Giddy
thank
up.
you. Thank you. Please remember these actions, these admirable actions that have occurred. We just walk forward.
All right. So, in what order are you going now? Same as before, Gavin. You're in the front.
Yeah, I'm in the front.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we're gonna get to about the halfway point of the trail, and then I'll say, let me.
Okay. And so you guys are just walking up the trail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Gavin, after about another 10 minutes, I need you to make a DC 15 Wisdom Perception check for me, please.
Okay. Perception. So +3, so +5.
Yeah.
Okay. 7.
You need now. Can you make a DC 10 Dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Great. Just a dexterity, so only +3.
Yeah.
15. I nailed it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, you got it. Okay, so like before, though maybe an even closer call, you actually step on the trap this time, but instead of a snare, it's a panel of like false ground. They've dug a pit and laid some canvas over it. So you step on it and pinwheel your arms, feel yourself falling forward, but manage to jump back before you fall into the pit that the goblin
Sure.
set.
As I jump back, I grab my 2 friends and like pull them back with me if I can.
I grab onto his belt and I say, "Oh no, you don't."
Yeah.
All right. So yes, you've blundered into, but not fallen into the pit trap that's there ahead of you.
I mutter to myself, "How do the goblins walk down this trail?"
This is a terrible trail. Surely we should talk to them about this once we make it to the cave.
Unsafe.
Bring it to their attention. The guidelines here are to do that. Let us move forward.
All right.
I walk
I
forward
would
to
like
go.
to like look out for stuff now.
Okay. Yeah. Fool you twice. Won't be fooled again.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
So do you want to? You're already traveling. So at this point, this is about kind of halfway. Milo, you can go on ahead. Do you want to be both moving stealthily and lurking for traps as you do so?
I would like to move off the trail and be like 5 feet to the side of the trail and
Okay.
stealthing up along it.
My
Alright.
understanding is
Not-
that he's. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't even want to look for traps
Okay.
on the trail. I
Alright.
just want to move up it.
My
you're just
understanding is that he's going to scout, correct?
Yes.
I don't
he's
go
got-
with him at all. I just stay with Basalt and Rock. Walk
All
on
right,
the
so you
road.
just hang out by the goblin pit, or are you gonna just continue at a slower pace?
Continue at a slower pace.
Okay.
I think like they could totally look for traps on the trail. while
Yeah,
I'm
I'm still being perceptive or whatever.
Okay. All right. So why don't you make another perception check for me, Gavin?
Okay.
A d20 plus 5.
God damn it.
Should have used passive.
So you're on the lookout for traps. Yeah, his passive wouldn't. I mean, that's why he fell in the pit. Right? The passive was too low. Okay, so you're on the lookout for traps as you go, moving nice and slow, kind of checking the ground, digging up piles of sticks or leaves. And meanwhile, Milo, you continue along the trail, hidden kind of in the side.
Oh, your mic cut out. Oh, there's a problem with the call. What if we're still streaming? Oh, I bet you Neal blue screened. Well, we're near break, so we'll just take a quick break. That scared the shit out of me. I thought I was losing internet. So yeah, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll jump right back into it. I'm not sure what just happened. We'll be right back. I'm not going to do the solo show. Thank you guys for watching. We'll just take a quick 3-minute break, and we'll call this early. So we'll see you soon.